Welcome back. This is your CSU Sports Fast 5, and I'm Olivia Landis.
And I'm Brett Kennedy.
The then number 18 ranked Colorado State women's volleyball team dominated another win this past Saturday against Nevada, improving their record to 12-0 in the Mountain West. The undefeated Rams have now racked in 13 straight wins and have not lost since they traveled to Texas and came up short against Texas A&M in September. The 13-game winning streak is the 6th longest in the nation. Well over half of the wins in league play come from sweeps, making the Rams one of only few teams in the NCAA with 10 sweeps in conference play. To add some more sugar to the pot, Colorado State has won 54 of its last 56 Mountain West matches. The Rams now come in ranked 15th in the nation in the ABCA Division I coaches poll, making that the cherry on top. Colorado State now hits the road to take on Air Force this Thursday and New Mexico on Saturday.
Colorado State Rams football team is coming off a huge 41-17 loss to San Diego State this past weekend. The Rams head up north to Laramie this weekend to take on Wyoming. The team will try to bring home the Bronze Boot Trophy to Fort Collins for the third year in a row. At 3-5, CSU still has a shot of making it into a bowl game this year with only 4 games left to play. Liv, coming off a loss as badly as the one we just saw on Saturday, do you think this team makes it into a bowl game for the third year in a row?
Well, Brett, you know, as tough as this year has been for the Rams, I do think that it's going to be possible for them to make a bowl game, considering they only need 6 wins. And Wyoming, I don't think is going to be too tough. I think the only tough game remaining on the schedule might be UNLV and possibly New Mexico as well. But I think if they stay consistent, then I think they do have a chance to make a bowl game.
I agree with you there. UNLV is one of those nail biter games, and it's a shame because that's the last home game of the year. So we don't want CSU to win or to lose that one. I definitely see them beating Wyoming and Fresno State and probably New Mexico, and I see us making it into a bowl. So
I would agree with that one.
I'm going to have to agree with you with that one. But here's what Mike Bobo had to say about his team and their accountability.
Executed in practice and talked about accountability and, playing for one another and playing hard is one thing, but also is playing for one another is being accountable and doing your job. And that runs full circle, coaches and players, not just players.
Basketball season is upon us. The Colorado State men's and women's basketball teams begin play this weekend, starting with the women's team playing an exhibition matchup at home against South Carolina Aiken. The men's team will play an exhibition game against CSU Pueblo at home on Saturday. The men's team is coming off a 27-7 season and lost stars J.J. Avila, Daniel Bejarano, and Stanton Kidd to graduation. It will look to players like Joe Deciman, Gian Clavel, and John Gillen to step up this season. The team is predicted to finish 7th in the Mountain West this season. The women's team is coming off a 23-8 season last year and lost key players Grit Ryder and A.J. Newton to graduation. But the team, now led by Ellen Neustrom, Elin Gustafsson, and Jamie Patrick, is predicted to win its 3rd straight Mountain West regular season title. Liv, how do you think these teams will fare this season, starting with the men's team?
Well, Brett, with the men's team, I don't think they're going to do as good this year as they did last year. I think they're still going to rack up 20-some wins, but losing players like J.J. Avila, Daniel Bejarano, and Stanton Kidd, that's absolutely huge to that team. So they're going to have a lot of players step up this year, like maybe Joe Deciman. But as for the women's team, I do think that they will have another successful season, hopefully winning a 3rd Mountain West title. Although they did lose 2 seniors, they have a lot of seniors this year, which is a lot of star power. So I think it's going to be a successful season for the women's team.
The women's team, I'm going to have to agree with you there. The women's team is stacked. Jamie Patrick, solid player. Elin Gustafsson, solid player. And Ellen Neustrom, solid player. That team is going to probably win its 3rd straight Mountain West championship. And for the men's team, I'm going to have to agree with you there. They're probably going to win a little bit more than 20 wins this year. They're going to win some games that they're not supposed to. I like the newcomers, Kamani Jackson, Amogbo, and then Jeremiah Page. Those guys are going to make some noise this year. Watch out for that men's team.
I'm excited for the season. Well, the Colorado State men's golf team slid 5 spots yesterday into 13th place at Day 2 of the Warrior Princeville Mackay Invitational in Princeville, Hawaii. 2 standout performances were seen from junior Jimmy McCloskey and redshirt freshman Kyler Dunkel, giving the Rams a promising outlook for today's final round. Round 3 began today with a tee time of 11:30. Scoring updates are available at www.golfstatresults.com. Entertainment anchor Molly Balter is up next with all your Fort Collins entertainment news.
Stay tuned.